We came to Flip Out. My son wanted to open a new business and was looking around, and he asked me to go down to the franchise exhibition in London, which we did, and Flip Out were exhibiting there. They're an Australian franchise with over 100 units throughout the world, and we liked what we saw, and eventually signed up with a 10-year franchise with them, and then we went about looking for a location in Glasgow. And we found the one that we're obviously in at the moment, which is in Shawfield. Turns out it's probably the biggest trampoline arena in the world, which is obviously a great selling point for us. And we opened the doors in April 2017, and immediately the business took off and was very successful from the outset. In 2019, we identified the necessity to reinvest in the business with a giant indoor inflatable, what you might know as a bouncy castle, because we'd realised that these were beginning to spring up throughout the country, and to keep the business fresh, we felt there was an opportunity to put that into our own business. We identified a supplier, and the total cost of installation was going to be in excess of £100,000. The banks, again, were not being particularly supportive, but Business Loan Scotland were extremely supportive, and they lent to us on a 50-50 basis, whereby we found another investor to come into the business. He put £50,000 in, and Business Loan Scotland gave us the other £50,000 by way of a loan over 5 years. And we installed the inflatable in the business. It opened in March 2019. And we immediately saw a huge spike in sales. So without them, we really couldn't have done that, because as I say, we weren't getting any more support from the bank. We were up to our level with the bank. There is an online form process you go through, and you submit all your information online. But as I said before, you know, if you run into problems and certain areas you weren't quite sure how to complete that online process, Business Loan Scotland will hold your hand to help you fill out the areas that perhaps you're not so sure about. So at the end of the day though, when it was complete, we did submit it all online. Once it was complete, we had our funding within 3 to 4 weeks. And obviously getting that funding that quick enabled us to steal a march, and to get the equipment in that bit quicker and get up and running. I would say to anyone thinking of doing a project and you find yourself strapped for funds, your first port of call should be Business Loan Scotland, even before the banks, because they are very, very supportive, and they want to ensure that Scotland moves forward industrially, commercially. And if we do anything else in the future and we require funding, certainly I would go back to the well and hopefully receive the same positive response we got first time round.